Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So tonight I want to talk about Bitcoin hitting what? $160,000 by December. What can drive this kind of madness to the space? Let's talk about it, and let's talk about what else is going on in the world today. Welcome, guys. Today, a little green. U.S. market, not so good. Debt ceiling crisis is still ongoing, right? That has not resolved one bit. And until it gets resolved, we're probably going to see a lot of red up until then, right? However, I did see this. You have Rick Ryder from BlackRock that's saying the U.S. economy is much better shape than the doomsayers say. And to quote him, I never seen so much money sitting in cash, and a lot of it waiting for a debt resolution before being deployed. Now, the thing is, this is from BlackRock, right? So is he saying this to calm markets down so that BlackRock could dump on everyone? Or does he really mean it? Because, BlackRock, I would not put it past BlackRock to say one thing but do another. We have seen them do stuff like this in the past, right? So are they really trying to sway the market thinking, hey, no, everything's going to be good. As soon as the debt ceiling crisis is over, all the money's going to flow back in and everything's going to pump to the moon? Is that really the case? I mean, we're still seeing a softening economy. We're still seeing other countries get off the USD standard. We still see elevated levels of inflation, right? And we're seeing banks getting softer and weaker and more probably going to collapse. So is it really much better shape than people say? I don't know. This got me thinking, right? If BlackRock is coming out and saying this, we may have to just think about the opposite. This may be the sign, the signal that BlackRock is about to exit. I got to put 1 and 1 together sometimes, or 2 plus 2. I like to say 1 plus 1. But anyways, this is why we have Bitcoin, right? This is why we have Bitcoin. But Cathie Wood, unfortunately, is saying that the U.S. is losing the Bitcoin movement. And I think you guys know why. Because of Gary Gensler, right? This is the moment to shine for Bitcoin. And it has a little bit, not to its full extent, not like what it's going to be like in 2024 and 2025. But we've definitely seen some benefits to Bitcoin because of all the shenanigans that's going on, right? But unfortunately, we still have this Gary Gensler problem. And unfortunately, this is driving innovation and companies away, right? So that is the unfortunate thing. That's why we have someone like Coinbase that's fighting back, okay? Coinbase sued the SEC for clarity on security laws, which then the SEC replied saying, we don't need to respond to you. How convenient. How convenient. If you get sued, you just say, I don't want to respond. And then Coinbase is now saying, no, you have to respond within 7 days, right? The SEC does not want to give any clarity. None whatsoever. They feel like they are above the law, above everyone else, and they don't feel a need to answer. It's like a cop pulling you over and giving you a ticket, and you're asking, why did you give me a ticket? And the cop's like, you should know. And then you're like, I don't know, tell me. And the cop just walks away. That's what the SEC is like. Okay, they don't give any answers on why you did something wrong other than they're going to sue you, right? So Coinbase is fighting back. Unfortunately, this is the case. I've talked about Ripple and their lawsuit. Ripple looks like they're going to win. And if they win, it's going to put so much pressure on SEC. And then Coinbase, wins. And then Grayscale wins. And everyone wins. Gary may be out the door soon, right? But we are definitely seeing a lot of movement outside of the U.S., and that sucks. We don't want to see that happen, right? But when it relates to, as it relates to Bitcoin, there's a lot of signs saying that There's not a lot of volatility. There's a new measurement called Lively, right? And shows that, yeah, Bitcoin is ready to pump. So there's a couple things I saw that's very interesting. Number one, of course, whale accumulation, shark accumulation, right? Of stable coins, actually sky high right now. Okay, so there are a lot of funds waiting to jump in from the whales. A ton of USDC, BUSD even, DAI. This doesn't even include USDT, but there's even more held in USDT. Waiting to jump back in. Waiting for that catalyst, right? Waiting for the mover, the driver. Well, I think something big is happening, okay? I just want to show this. It's not this, but this also relates. But of course, if you compare USD to sats, it just keeps going down and down and down, right? I meant to show this earlier. But what's this big driver? Well, it looks like it's been confirmed. It's been confirmed by Hong Kong Security and Futures Commission, basically their equivalent of the SEC. They're SEC and CFTC combined. They have confirmed, I think, that retail investors will be allowed to trade crypto come June 1st. This has been rumored for quite some time now, okay? And I'm thinking this is now confirmed, okay? But if this happens, first of all, Hong Kong has a ton of people, okay? You'll get a flood of money into crypto. And as far as I'm aware, this also opens up to institutions, okay? So that means there will be a ton of money. You know how Rick Ryder, BlackRock, said there's a ton of money sitting in silence? Well, there are a ton of money spread across Asia, China, that's looking to enter crypto. That's for sure. So come June 1st, we could get a huge catalyst, a huge drive upwards, right? And I'm looking forward to it. And this is partly because, you know, U.S. and Gary Gensler kind of drove a lot of momentum away, right? And now Hong Kong and China is trying to steal it, and that sucks. But what's great about it is there's trillions sitting on the sidelines in Asia waiting to enter. Now, here's the thing. There's an asterisk. There's a caveat to it. Supposedly, you could only invest the crypto projects that's within two of these indexes, okay? And what indexes are they using? Galaxy 21 shares, Bitwise, NASDAQ, and WisdomTree. So supposedly, you can only trade something that's on two. So if you see on the side there, right, the list includes, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Polkadot, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Polygon, and Chainlink. These are all like L1s or L2s that I've spoken about many, many times in the past. All fantastic ones, except Bitcoin Cash is absolute trash. And just a little bit above that would be Litecoin. But everything else in there is looking pretty darn good. So if you get this cash injection, right, into crypto from Hong Kong and institutions of mainland China, all of these could see tremendous moves in the near future. Tremendous upside, right? And that may be the ultimate thing that kickstarts Bitcoin's path to $160,000 in December. In fact, this is what TechDev tweeted out. Looking at this on adjusted log time frame, you could see peak to peak has been 10.2 log periods. It was accurate 2 cycles ago, accurate a cycle ago, right? And this is arguing that we actually didn't see the top. That 64,000 and 69,000, not tops at all. And we will actually see the true top in 2023. How amazing would that be? That we just been in a down, a little bit a bearish trend, but we're still in the bull cycle. Like, that would be absolutely nuts. But according to this, it's looking pretty good. So we will see if somehow the Hong Kong news, right, opening of Hong Kong buying, right, combined with everything else, hey, keep in mind, June 1st is the debt ceiling, okay? That's the deadline. Maybe the debt ceiling gets resolved May 31st, and then maybe you got that trillion sitting on a sign like Rick Ryder said, that's coming in too. And then you got trillions from both sides coming in. Maybe that's going to be the day where everything starts pumping up in a big way, right? So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, as for some of these projects listed on this list, Solana is trying to jump into the AI game. Okay, they have developed a plugin for ChatGPT. So now if you're a dApp within Solana, you can access it. You could access ChatGPT as if you were a non-Web3 app, right? And plus, they are opening up AI fund, 10 million fund for projects to take advantage of this plugin and basically create the newer generation of AI tools. I think this is pretty good. I think this is a pretty good idea. We don't hear much from Solana these days, so let's see how this goes. Now, as for Cardano still doing its thing. Its TVL for DeFi is going up. They have a meme coin Sneak that went up 200%, although they're not Pepe level. They're like $30 million, right? But, see, this is the power. This is the power of meme coins. It gets people excited, drives volume up, right? Drives prices up. So even Cardano is benefiting from it. Quite interesting. But, Cardano is a serious project, right? You can't be talking about meme coins on Cardano. So let's talk about DEXs. MinSwap also gaining a lot of momentum, a lot of volume. Rockets to the top 10 in DEX volume. That's fantastic, right? Really fantastic. So Cardano also doing good. And then lastly, Binance blasts Reuters because Reuters is claiming that Binance commingled its customer and company funds. And Binance's chief communication officer tweeted that we have addressed this on multiple occasions. We keep our users of corporate funds on completely separate ledgers. I don't know why Reuters or anyone else keeps attacking Binance. As if they're going to say, oh, we got you, like you're going to collapse like FTX. I mean, Binance has been around much longer. They are much bigger. They've been through so many rodeos, so many up and downs. CZ is no SBF. But everyone keeps pinpointing and trying to say, gotcha. I think Binance should be suing all these guys, right? For fraudulently claiming things, trying to take down such a big empire, and plus just really putting a black hole on the whole community if you think about it, right? We're trying to move past FTX. No one wants to see another FTX or even hear about, oh, maybe Binance is doing the same thing as FTX. You know what? That's just causing a whole bunch of fuddishness that we don't need. So there's that. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. Whew, light turnout today. Is everyone watching the Heat game or something? Heat's gonna win for sure. I saw a few questions, a couple super chats. One about, do you still believe in Ledger? I still believe that they can turn it around. Right now, they've really dug themselves in a hole. And that interview from the CEO dug themselves even deeper in the hole. They really need to just like cancel this whole plan. There's too many people that, I mean, it's one thing to offer a new service like this on a new Ledger device, right? But to now say that it can be implemented on existing devices, it's scaring the bejesus out of people. So I still don't know what I'm doing. I have other wallets that I use, right? I use a Trust wallet. I use MetaMask. Also, recently I've converted most of that to RX wallet, which I think is a fantastic wallet, right? But there's many wallets that I use. Ledger's one of them. I don't know. I still have my Nano S I don't quite know. I just don't know at this point. Teresa finally became a whole Bitcoiner. Congratulations. I know you've been working on that for quite some time. Congratulations. Should I buy a Solana phone? No, you should not. And I'll tell you why after the stream. Yeah. Okay. People are saying Ledger is delaying the release. They should just cancel it. Seriously. They dug themselves way too deep in a hole. The only way is to say, you know what? We made a mistake. It's clear that our customers do not want it. So we're removing that option, right? Yeah. Viv, I've been delaying my house progress videos because there hasn't been that much progress. So I'm waiting for a little bit more to be done. Yeah, again. RX doesn't support XRP. There's very little wallets that support XRP. But hopefully they add it. When are you going to accept Dogecoin does it better than BTC and ETH? You tell me why it does it better. I could argue it does it better than Litecoin. But you tell me why it does it better than everything else. Is it true that MetaMask can take taxes owed at a transaction? You know, I heard some rumor about that. I don't think so. I don't know what it is about that, but no, they can't just take out whatever. Engrave Wallet. That sounds familiar. There's a few other hardware wallets. Trezor comes to mind, of course, but there's a few others that I have not played around with, but I do need to. Raven Boy, I'll see you later. SEC approved Prometheus. No, I think that's a custody. I did see that. Great. Is Jimmy Butler, son of Jordan? I don't know. A lot of rumors. It kind of fits. It kind of fits. He looks like him, same height, same build, plays like him, has that heart, the drive. Jordan happened to be in the area 9 months before he was born. A lot of coincidences, so maybe. No thoughts on Pulse Chain. Zero. Actually, no, I do have a thought. I would stay far, far away. Engrave is $400, $500. I don't. It sounds very familiar. Do they have a coin too? They do have a token, but I don't know what wallet they have. Thoughts on baby cats? No thoughts. Willy Wonka. If Miami wins, they'll confirm Jimmy is Michael's son. I mean, if they win, they like the Celtics is definitely the favored team, and if they get swept, you got to give Jimmy Butler his dues. Like I've never been a big Jimmy Butler guy, even though he played on Chicago, but you hear all about all the stories about how he's a bad teammate and this and that, but if he could sweep the Celtics, he single-handedly willed it, basically. You got to give him his dues for that. But it kind of sucks. The Lakers got swept. LeBron did whatever he can. Wasn't enough. The rest of the Lakers just sucks. So, yeah. Thoughts on Neo that now Chinese citizens can buy crypto? See, the thing is, it's not listed in here. Supposedly, this is a list, okay? They are using these 5 indexes, and then and you can only buy crypto that's within 2 of these. So some of the Chinese-based ones like Neo, I remember from back in the day, Ontology, even VeChain, but VeChain moved out. But yeah, I don't know how true this is. It could be true, right? But if so, it's going to be basically the big caps. Really, what it comes down to is the big caps. Blockstream Jade Wallet. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Yeah, no, I don't need to research it. I know who created it, and I despise him, and I'll never get into it. So you could stop asking. A powerful hardware wallet for securing your Bitcoin. So it's just Bitcoin only. It's not a universal wallet. The thing is, you don't need a wallet to be like that big, right? Like, okay. You know, the thing is, no matter how fancy these wallets are, you still have to keep your recovery phrase or private key secure, right? That's how people usually lose their crypto. Either it gets stolen or they lose it. So no matter how fancy these devices are, you still have to figure out how to store your recovery phrase. You could do a paper wallet too. I mean, you don't even need hardware wallet. You don't need any hardware device. You could do a paper wallet, but no one does that anymore. That's, that's kind of... Do I collect Pokemon cards? No, I don't. No, I don't. Store your seed in your brain. Well, that works until it doesn't. What if, 20 years have passed and you forget that seed phrase? That would be bad. And that has happened many times in the past. To use tap tools to see Cardano coins, you should look on there and see the top DeFi lending project. AADA seems to wants to go. The thing is, there's no DeFi projects on top of Cardano that's going to explode because there's not enough liquidity. Even though liquidity is going up, the TVL on Cardano is still very low compared to ETH or BCS or Phantom, any of the L2s, right? It's growing, but it's not growing that fast. So, I mean, they did pretty well today, 7% to 30 million, right? But, yeah, AADA sounds like AARP. Okay. Leverage trading by allowing traders to borrow more capital than they have and increasing their purchasing or selling power. Well, that doesn't sound very good. Shorting. Yeah, I don't like shorters. I don't like leverage. Hedging. I mean, I guess you could hedge, but I never do that. And yield farming. NFT bonds. Lending and borrowing protocol. Interesting. You know, lending and borrowing gets a bad rep, but there are a lot of legit decentralized projects that do this, right? But it got a bad rep because of Celsius and Voyager and everyone else. So could be good. Could be good. Just typing something real quick. We're getting closer to ARPH. I sold my ADA for Pepe. Norman, thank you for that. All right, guys, let's call it a night. You know, there's still a lot of bad stuff happening, but BlackRock, are they trying to fool us all by saying the U.S. economy is in much better shape than it is? I don't know. Sounds kind of suspicious, but we do have a big driver that's coming up June 1st. Absolutely huge. And will this drive Bitcoin up to $160,000 by December? I don't know. I'd like to see it. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Have a good night. Take care.